of the Three Rivers is Acrisure Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Ucf Knights and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Pitt Panthers have a unique setup, sharing a field with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I can tell you, the convergence of Three Rivers, it's one of the most scenic, beautiful stadiums in college football. Acrisure hosts 68,000 strong. The Pitt Panthers looking to have a great season and make that home field a true advantage again this year. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Mason Heinchel, last time out, completed better than 80% of his passes and a 300-yard day through the air. Running inside, it's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Snags it quickly on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Watson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. A handoff for Watson. Picks up the first down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Barnett. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Knights have this offense rolling. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Got his man to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Pitt pushing the pace.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
When you get interceptions as a safety, it's anticipation. You can see it. They see the route. They break on it. They go make big hits and big plays. This time, he gets the big INT.
Throws to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. The run inside. It's Turner. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Kent. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Looking for a gap, it's Turner. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Panthers are facing 3rd and inches. Reads it, fires complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll move the tight end. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Key narration volume set to 100.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Watson. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give...
Snags it, and there's running room. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Got his man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A handoff for Watson. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on third down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up fourth down.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. They'll send the tight end in motion. Snap from the gun on third down. Complete. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. A little screen to the running back. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. And that 2nd down completion was anything but helpful. Threw it in reverse, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Shoots it to the left. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's he's in a great rhythm.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the air, it's Barnett. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going right and going deep. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Off the play fake on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense.
There he goes to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Yates. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Hicks. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Turner. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. 6th play of the drive coming up. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Caught over the middle. It's Watson. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Wade.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on third down. Looking left. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He got it. That'll make it a two-score game at 16-7.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Sweet cut there. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Turner. Fights off a defender. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Kent. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A third down try for the offense. As we head into the fourth quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period. Here on makes the catch, and he's free. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. So they're a little bit backed up, but working with a nice lead. The idea, try to avoid giving them the short field. Be sure of what you see as a quarterback. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
A At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they get him down.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Knights will send out the punt unit.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Pulls it in. It's Hicks. Great move. Now he's got room. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Pittsburgh now has it in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Lee. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Panthers will hustle to the line. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Panther! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. Tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can.
Caught, and he's got room. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. They're working that left side. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll give it to Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Duke one more time. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Knights will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
It's on target and complete. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Finds his man, and he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Makes a connection, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Hit right back to the line. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The line of scrimmage is the 34. That means a 51-yard field goal attempt with a chance to win the game. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. To throw, it's Barnett. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the game will continue for at least one more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. Oh, what a cut! They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Now, a game can end on a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack at it with an untimed down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking long. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Of course, the game can't end on a defensive penalty, so we play on here with at least one more untimed down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. And he got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played today.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.